lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the flew, and it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor.
Attorneys disclosed Bai's revised release date from prison after additional evidence in his case came to light. This evidence revealed that he had committed an armed robbery in a green McLaren and flaunted the vehicle on Instagram just 2 hours later, confessing to the crime. Immediately after, in the courtroom, Bai was forced to make a proper agreement with the federal government. Following this, rappers in the hip-hop industry criticized him, labeling him a snitch. However, his closest friend, now 30 years old, came forward to defend himself, turning the situation even more controversial.
My mama, if you see the paperwork, my mama, I do whatever y'all tell me to do. Because my eyebrows, mustache, hair, I throw my chains in the river and jump in and live shiesty snitch. Go and take one to the... And I'm all right.
Even DJ Academics explained that Pooh Shiesty's current jail position is normal for someone who committed the charges he did. Meanwhile, rappers were mocking him for snitching, but they didn't even know the real facts.
Dr. Pooh Shiesty, who look like he's absolutely chilling in jail. My boy got a little Richard Millie, you know what I mean? Got the haircut all right, you know what I mean?
They be playing Fortnite mode.
In jail? Oh, he got the Timbs on. They look fresh as well. Yo, this so chilling in prison. He got 2 watches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 2 watches. Not even...
However, in order to determine whether or not Pooh Shiesty actually snitched on his official release date, it is crucial to read the latest information in his court case. It states that Bai and his friend were organizing a meet for expensive sneakers, including drugs. While they were waiting for the cell to arrive, Pooh Shiesty was seen driving a bright green McLaren inside the parking lot. The two of them devised a scheme to steal the items rather than pay for them once the sale was scheduled. When the seller arrived, he gave Shiesty the sneakers, and Shiesty was checking to make sure they were authentic. This gave his friend enough time to prepare for what was going to happen while they were negotiating a price for the goods. A minor argument between Pooh Shiesty and the main seller escalated when Pooh Shiesty was observed removing a gun from his waistband, causing the 2 men to start running away and attempt to jump over the hood. They were too slow, though, and Pooh Shiesty would be seen running around their car with his gun, hitting both of them, one in the hip and one in the backside, while handling the 2 men. His friend was responsible for snatching the drugs and sneakers from their car and throwing them into the green McLaren. Pooh Shiesty made sure his work was finished before he ran to the driver's side of the car with his friend. Pooh Shiesty was in a hurry and didn't realize that his Louis Vuitton bag had fallen out of the side door pocket and onto the concrete when he opened his McLaren door. The car had what is called a butterfly door, meaning the car door goes upwards with the car door going up. The bag was then left inside the parking lot. The Louis Vuitton bag had $4,910, but more on that later. Pooh Shiesty would drive quickly from the parking lot to the nearest Miami airport, where he would rent a private jet and depart Miami, Florida. While in the air, he would open Instagram and post pictures of himself with the green McLaren, which led to his arrest in the days that followed.
Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest. It was issued June 3rd. It's charging you. You have 2 attorneys here. Or is it, 2 attorneys in the state. Go ahead. You want to announce again?
Brad Cohen and Sam Zegny for the defendant.
Have you had a chance to review?
Yes, Judge, we have.
Shiesty would be formally arrested and sentenced for the offenses he committed after being put into jail, bonded out for $30,000, and then remained on bond for 2 months.
The town of Bay Harbor Island says you're wanted. He's also charged with armed robbery. Her affidavit saying the 2 left the state in a...
Then, on April 20th, DJ Academics would tweet that the Memphis rapper would be formally serving 63 months in prison for firearm charges, but that he was facing an 8-year term. Such robbery is incredibly rare. In fact, when DG Academics said on stream that he was almost free, no one believed him, and everyone began looking into it.
He's coming home like next year, maybe the year after. However, it looked like he's, taking responsibility of whatever happened and doing his time, not crying, clearly trying to let people know he's straight. And I do think when he comes back out, granted, as long as it's not like too far from now, if he comes back in a year, he's good. I still think even he's coming home like next year, maybe the year after. However, it looked like he's, taking responsibility of whatever happened and doing his time, not crying, clearly trying to let people know he's straight. And I do think when he comes back out, granted, as long as it's not like too far from now, if he comes back in a year, he's good. I still think even
Since this is nothing new for Shiesty, many people assume that he committed a highly serious crime in an attempt to enhance his rap career. But it eventually came to light that Pooh Shiesty has been making money in this manner since he was a young child and is currently a very wealthy rapper.
Pooh Shiesty was probably the biggest artist that he signed in recent memory. But Pooh Shiesty had a history of crimes before he ever signed to Gucci. It ain't like, he was like a school and Gucci suddenly put him in a bad direction. No, he was already doing it. Gucci wasn't around when he was doing all the crazy that got him locked up for. It just is what it is. But
Pooh Shiesty's in prison right now for somebody in that's what it told while sitting inside of a McLaren. Yeah, some Grand Theft Auto shit. Right. You know what I mean? But that's who he was before that. So it's like that ain't a surprise. And Gucci ain't gonna tell you like he can't just change who you are as a person. So it's like. But people come up with the conspiracy theories and the life insurance.
Nevertheless, the rationale behind his early release would emerge as Shiesty timidly produced what is now as a proffer deal with the feds. A proffer deal is when a criminal proves additional detailed information to the feds that relates to the crime that was committed in exchange for immunity. Alternatively, in Pooh Shiesty's case, a lesser prison sentence was given because Pooh Shiesty was initially considering a life sentence in prison, but Brewer exchanged it for 63 months. Rappers are now accusing Pooh Shiesty of working with the federal government to provide information on those involved. But in reality, Shiesty only needed to snitch on himself to provide the judge and prosecutors with the information on himself to make the trial process as easy as possible. It is hilarious that Shiesty had to write down the faults he did while committing this crime. The first mistake he stated was that he conducted an armed robbery next to a police station. When police station cameras heard gunfire in the area, a number of police cars began to pull up from the parking lot across the street. Since law enforcement knew the precise location of the armed robbery, they only needed to search through the video cameras recording tapes across the street. This is also why Shiesty never picked up the Louis V bag, which contained $4,991 in cash. This was a crucial piece of evidence because the feds would have an easy lead. They went to Pooh Shiesty's Instagram and downloaded some pictures of him stretching several $100 bills across his body. By zooming in on him, they were able to see the serial numbers on the bills. Through clever police work, they discovered that the serial numbers on the Instagram photos matched the money in the Louis V bag, but this led to the biggest error. I hope this was a joke. 2 hours after posting a selfie with the all-green McLaren, Shiesty committed an armed robbery. The rapper entered Miami Airport and chartered a private jet. As he was leaving the airport, he connected to the plane's Wi-Fi and uploaded 4 pictures of the car, which would still be in prison less than a year later. Additionally, Shiesty's group published a music video titled Gone. Pooh Shiesty was showing off the all-green McLaren once more, but the rapper kept calling By a snitch, which hurt his reputation in the game. He would then send a message from jail accusing all the operations of being disrespectful to him, which says, Shiesty tapping in from the middle of the penitentiary, aka bad place where they say I can't go jailing, no telling I still remained untouched. Millions are still in double digits. Tell Google to fix my net worth cause we could verify it right now. I was 21 up 8 figures. Jay-Z can't even relate to my money. Stop playing with my name before I buy one of you. You guys aren't anything. I put on for the CG stuff every day, but twice on Sundays. I'm not going to go fed, and I'm not getting scared. Ain't no one ever played with me before or in jail. I'm still the man of Memphis. Still the king, no matter what. Jungle making it very clear to the ops he's still the king in his eyes. He didn't snitch, and there's no telling going on. But he also included a message from an interview he posted before his incarceration, which is crucial to hear because it highlights the kind of man Shiesty is.
But I'm gonna tell you before I got signed, like breaking news. The verse on breaking news made everybody go crazy. Folks start saying I'm their favorite rapper already, so I'm gonna stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just made me go hard.
So the success kind of gave you the confidence to really keep it up?
Yeah, they rock with me for sure.
Man.
This is my first verse.